Happy April, Marist. We're happy to. All right, restart. Happy April, Marist. Welcome back to another episode of Marist Madness. We have a very special episode today with two very special guests.
Aww.
Okay, well, these are the two candidates for next year's Student Council President here at Marist.
Wow.
Would you guys mind just introducing yourselves really quick?
I'm Stella Pollard. I'm a junior.
My name is Sam McLaughlin. I'm also a junior.
All right, we're going to jump into a few questions here just for the Marist community.
Okay.
Stella, why would you vote for Sam?
I think Sam's a pretty good guy, you know? He brought donuts the other day. That's pretty good. You know, he's a part of a lot of stuff. He's like a good friend, good person, you know?
Sam, same question for you. Why would you vote for Stella?
We're good friends. She can be a good leader. She knows how to talk to people, and I think that whoever wins this election will be a good president.
I
Very kind
agree.
words. All right, Sam. So when you're running, would you say you have kind of a mission statement maybe? And what is that?
Well, my mission statement is, besides being the best president we've had at Marist, it really comes down to just what my slogan is, you know? Bam, bam, vote for Sam, you know? Like, if I get elected president, like, things will happen, and it's gonna be like, bam, bam, and, like, we're off, you know?
Okay, so what kind of things, Sam?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, good, spirit days, making sure the community at Marist is, like, entwined, like, making sure people know who everyone is, and making sure that Marist is a good community.
Stella, we're going to ask you the same question. What do you think your mission is here as you're running for president?
I just want to, like, make sure the community stays good, because, like, I've been at Marist since I was, like, 4 years old, basically. It's, like, a really important, like, place in my life, and I want to, like, continue what, like, Haley's been doing, and I want to, like, do more, like, fun stuff with people, like, doing, like, spirit days for, like, band stuff and, like, arts and, like, all of, like, those communities that we don't get to hear as much stuff about because sports are just so dominant. So I'm hoping to do more, like, celebrating, like, those areas.
Very, very cool. Now back to you, Sam. Who would you say is your inspiration while running for office?
My inspiration's probably Haley Ross. When I first came to Marist, she was one of the only people like I kind of knew beforehand since she knew my older sister. We've been friends ever since, and when she became president, I kind of actually learned what the president did, and I also realized how well she was doing it. I wanted to see if I could be just as good as her as president.
Wow, what a cool story.
Stella, who would you say your role model is?
My role model is probably my dad. I, like, look up to him in a lot of stuff, and, like, his, like, ideas in life are really good because he just, like, does, like, what makes him happy a lot of the time. And he's, like, very passionate about, like, what he's doing with everything.
Here's another question here. This one's going to both of you. What would you guys say is your greatest weakness?
I'm going to say this. After doing all the talkings, like, I literally, like, go back to my class and I cannot speak to anyone. It's terrible. I, like, just need to regroup. And so, like, my biggest weakness, I think, is just, like, needing that, like, time to regroup and not just going all the time.
Actual weakness, I guess when things get hard, like especially during like campaign weeks that we've had when like there's been ups and downs for confidence, like trying to like get back into it where like I can do this, just like getting the right mindset at times can be hard.
I'd like to say, just throw that out here, but I think here at the Marist Madness studio, I think our greatest weakness has got to be just working too hard.
I agree. You guys are really putting in all the
Just had
effort
to
for
throw
this
that out
stuff.
there.
You know, what kind of issues do you guys stand for here on Marist?
Well, like I said earlier, I would like to bring more awareness to, like, lots of, like, groups that, like, we don't get to hear much about. Like, we have, like, all these pep assemblies for, like, sports and stuff, but we don't have a lot of that for theater or band or, like, arts. And I think it'd be, like, really important and fun to, like, show those groups off more, and I think that's really important.
Probably the biggest issue that I want to address if I become president, it's probably kind of what Stella's saying about like making the entire community like represented and welcome. So like the arts programs at Marist, I think I agree with Stella, are underrepresented in assemblies and announcements, and I also think that as a whole the Marist community could be a lot closer, and I feel like there's so many people out in Marist that are worth knowing. I feel like at a school of this size everyone should be able to know everyone relatively well, and I think that if that happens, the Marist community will get better and the community to be one, just as Marcelin Champagne would have wanted.
Wow. All right, Sam, I got another question for you. This one gets a little personal. Who did you ask to prom this year?
Stella Pollard.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Dude, what is it like to run against your prom date, Sam?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like half the time, I'm like, "That's crazy." She just put that poster right next to mine. But the other time, I'm like, "Okay,
great.
I have to match the corsage." So like, I can't be like too upset because I eventually do have to take my presidential opponent to the prom. So I guess I have to like. It kind of is just like a.
You gotta put your political
Exactly.
differences
I gotta
aside.
put my differences aside.
I would like to say I did not put my posters near his. I specifically picked spots that his were not at. I feel like this is.
So, would you say Sam is going to be your sunshine in this upcoming Saturday?
What?
For prom. Sorry. Would you say Sam is going to be your sunshine at prom?
I don't even know how to answer that.
That's all right.
Like, what does that even
Yes.
mean?
Very tame.
Sure.
What would you guys do different than our current president if you were to be elected?
For me personally, student council, it's kind of hard to like communicate a lot of times, so I would make sure that there's like a lot of communication in that aspect. And so I think a lot of more communication there. You know, just like being like more out there, because like Haley does a lot of work behind the scenes, but I think it would be like really beneficial to like hear about the work that she's doing, because she's doing like a lot of really important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone at Marist has a lot of things they need and a lot of opinions, and something I feel that doesn't happen very well at Marist is how other students, like, they want to convey a message that they think is important to student council, and they sometimes don't have the best way to do that. So if I became president, I would try and find a way where it'd be a lot easier for people to talk to the people trying to represent them, having a better platform or way to have everyone else who has something to say, like, be a lot easier for student council members to hear it, because an idea only gets off the ground when people who can do something hear them.
Well, Sam, can you please name a woman? Just any woman. Come on.
Any woman.
Any woman, Sam.
Let's go, Sam.
Wow, let's take
Michelle
a long
Obama.
time. Okay. Jeez, that took a while.
Yeah, I did.
Come on.
All right.
Oh.
Well, anything?
Thanks, Marist Madness.
Yeah.
Is
Thank
there
you.
anything, yeah. Thank you guys for coming on the
Of course,
show.
thank you.
Let's just appreciate the fact that they
Yeah,
came to
good
school
job, guys.
early on a Friday. That just shows these are two very qualified candidates.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
unfortunately,
Ready
us,
for
the seniors,
this.
can't vote. But it would be a tough decision because these are two of the best candidates that we've seen in a while.
Well, thanks, guys.
All right.
Bam Bam, vote for Sam.
Whoa!